Oh no!
This car was meant to be running about a month ago. That is clearly not the case, but you guys get a sneak peek into what is currently going on. It's going to be an absolute handful to drive, but that poses two questions. How do I improve as a driver without the car running? And then how do we build the car to make it easier to drive? Well, that doesn't start here. It's actually all the way back here. This has been my secret weapon for this entire thing and keeping my sanity. A video game also isn't real life, but there's something I realized that is hidden within racing simulators that can help me build a better car. So check this out. We'll pick the stock RX-7. When you open it in the showroom, over here, they actually show you the suspension as it's modeled. So you see those little lines right there and there. They're showing you where the suspension is inside the car. That's what the model, the physics engine, is using for the car model. The awesome part is they're very accurate. This is very similar to the real car. The interesting thing about this modified version of the car is that they're lying. This is physically impossible for an RX-7 to be. Using the stock suspension and lowering it, these arms would be way up on an angle, so they had a very short roll. Knowing that this is the case, I've gone through the game and went to all these different cars I know handle really well and looked for what the suspension setup is on each of those cars. Here's one of the cars that I've been modeling after quite a bit. This is a proven real-life race winner, the C7R. You can really see their suspension geometry of working really well. And this car is extremely easy to drive, especially at the limit. As I continue building the four-rotor better and better, I now have more information on all of these different vehicles on what their suspension geometry is. And that helps me understand what I want, what as a driver, what feels more comfortable, what lets me go to the limit. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot cheaper right here than it is in there. You don't get the chance to do it more than once sometimes. All of this is another whole layer of what you can do with a sim rig. Everything in the last couple months that has gone right is because of this laptop. All my CAD, all the parts we've designed from it, all of my sim racing, you see it all done here. And so it couldn't be more appropriate that we've got something a little special set up for making sure that I get more experience with this thing in the digital world. Dominic from Position Advance has got a beast of a setup for us. That is some beefy aluminum. And I'm gonna bring out the one that this is replacing.
This is what we like to call baby's first sim.
It is baby's first sim. I don't think yours does that.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And I left a few things loose for you because I know you're gonna have to make adjustments. I don't want to cinch anything down, make marks.
So I'm sitting on a roller chair on this one. So anytime I slam on the brakes, I try to grab the wheel.
Yeah.
But this one's got, is it even a sliding?
Yeah.
No way.
Sliding.
That's even better.
Yeah. I mean, he uses the same seat brackets from the actual car. So
Perfect. So that's actually one of the things I wanted to do is try and mirror the interior of that car. Not the full interior like some of those crazy rigs, but this one where I'm in the same angle, seating positions, and it's actually using one of the seats out of the car. Before Hura tries to sit on it and put all of her cat hair on there, this would then bolt to that. No, I was happy playing with the sim and living in a dream world, and the guys are busting my balls. It's the first door bar.
This is, I think we're gonna have to go really gutted.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, that's more than just the door card not
Like,
being there.
just
First
outer
door, yeah.
door skin.
Yeah, it's the door
Look at
skin.
how far it comes out.
Wow. I asked for room, and Chair Slayer gave me room. I have been put with a lot of small tasks to get this thing working with this setup, but it's looking good. This is actually very close to how I sit, all pedals and everything, in the RX-7. I want to show you guys just how badass this Eon 17 laptop is. Joel said, hey, it'd be cool for the video if we actually screen recorded it. Now I'm gonna point out that we're gonna screen record on the same laptop that we're also gaming. It just does everything. So there we go, start recording. This is gonna be my first time of trying this. I'm gonna do RX-7, the feed version of the RX-7. Best lap, 1035, well, 1 second off. So I've got the car set up suspension-wise, gearing-wise, way more like my car. The only thing is it's right-hand drive. So I swapped over to left-hand drive cars for everything else to learn the correct side of the car to be on. Okay. I'm gonna still crash the first turn. The pedals are so much more firm. I'm sure a direct drive would be like even more, because there's kind of a dead zone right in the middle of this. So you'll see at the bottom left, I actually have all of the tires, radius, slip angles and all that. So I can look back on the run and see what tire's squealing. If it's not obvious based on the, you know, understeer, oversteer. There we go. That's obviously oversteer. So this car's got like 600 horsepower or so, which mine's got way more, but given the air density, that might actually be kind of accurate. So what I just passed through is called Engineer's Corner, which is the very first time you get yourself caught with your pants down. And not my mood to find that out in real life. Going to the picnic area. I'm going a little bit slower. Oops. I'm going a little bit slower than I normally do, just to try and narrate and do this at once. But look at how slow the hairpins are. You just don't get them just right, they suck. And one of the things I noticed is that this car's got boost problems. What I mean by that is that it's got lag. And so I don't think with our current gear turbochargers that that's what's going to happen for us. Just because we have so much response, but maybe up there we will. This is so much better for my pedals, but sadly I don't have any feedback in them. This right here is one of those turns that when you're not familiar with it at all, you just blow past and hit the rock.
I've done that.
If you just go in blind, you're always going to hit that one. It was like, very first time I ever drove this, I purposely just wrote down the 5 corners I crashed at. My biggest fear is that a lot of this is going to look similar to itself. Like I hit a bump or something completely out of memory, and I'm going to be like, oh shit, where am I? Thankfully, the rest of this course, I think, is really super iconic. Like the real world, like you're like, oh, I know those turns, and you don't even have to go up it. So getting to this point right here under 5 minutes is a big benefit. So I'm at 4:55 right now. If I'm not talking, I can do 4:40. But that's called Glen Cove. That's kind of one of my very first talking. So so that's one of my biggest concerns is in the game you spin out so easy. What the hell was that? So getting to Glen Cove by 5 minutes. Realistically, I mean the fast guys are all there like 4:30 or 4 minutes. Mind you, this is a very twitchy car in the game. Like I can't drive this car well. Like if I go to like Buttonwillow or some other place in the game, cannot drive this car for shit. So I've just gotten good at it with this. So yeah, here's where we begin getting rid of the trees. I think this turns into one of the most terrifying in real life. I'm curious what am I doing this one? This is gonna be, I think, if I had to guess right now, this is gonna be about 11 minutes. If you notice, I have ABS on, which is kind of a controversial thing. I do have my Continental Race ABS, but there's a good and bad about that. There's some really nasty bumps on the top of this. I might turn it off during my run, but I don't think until I get to that point that's an issue.
You're flustered by that point.
Yeah, exactly. So here's Evo Corner. So let off a little bit and then I went way too hot on that.
Ooh.
I did a 10:35 run. I compared it to Mad Mike's run, and I went through the very similar areas at the same speeds, and so I now have an idea of, okay, you know what, I want to be doing 110 right here, or whatever the case may be. Oh shit! No, I cut my lap. Okay, I thought it was this turn, and see that's how simple that was. So I thought I had a little bit of a straight, so I gunned it. So we call this Larry Chen's corner because he has a trailer kind of like that. So that's very memorable.
We're almost there.
Yeah, there's 10:34 right now. You see how squirrely this car is. Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, ruined it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the idea. That was an 11-minute run. Trying to talk and do that is a good exercise because obviously I can't focus as well, but this is incredible. The pedals not kicking up, the car handles totally different. We have the seat and the wheel in this almost exact spot. So I think that I can get some much better testing and tuning. But look at that, the laptop, I'm still recording.
It didn't glitch or anything.
It didn't, yeah. Watch, we'll open that just to more so show ourselves. So then there's going to be me falling off the side of the mountain at some point. That's going on while the game's at full 4K, the star of the show right here. That's Assetto Corsa's version of Pikes Peak. Now let me show you a complete mind-melting, completely twisted, totally different take on Pikes Peak. So we are going to play Beam MG. Okay, so we are going to pick Pikes Peak starting line. And this is actually LiDAR scanned. So the data and the visuals are incredible compared to Assetto Corsa. Elevation's way more dynamic. But this is really good for me for, again, getting more familiar with these turns.
Oh, wow. Those are some pretty good graphics.
Doing this in the game is certainly going to help me not do this in real life.
The heck are you doing?
Just setting up a race.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you guys want the coolest trick? Not what I was just doing, but you grab your Haltech cable, USB-C, plug that into the laptop. If you're saying, "Oh, the laptop's too far away," this makes it. This is like the next level anyway. Is plug it into your headset, and then the laptop will run VR, and you have the biggest screen in front of your face. Not the highest resolution, but even this Quest 2 is incredible for the tight turns. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and you guys get to watch real quick on here. Can you see my?
Yeah.
You see that I have that one bar right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
So that. I was feeling my crash kind of quick because I haven't done this in the.
You launched in second gear. Did you do that
Yep.
on purpose?
That's my secret. It gets the rear tires really hot.
Huh.
The only downside about this Oculus is that like everything's really bright right now. I don't know if it is for you guys, but everything's
No, it looks normal on the screen.
yeah, probably. But it's so much easier for oversteer because you can look through it. See? You guys get the idea. So that's incredible for seeing like wide, long turns and knowing where to turn in and whatnot. So it really has a place. And I'm sure that the new one's probably even better with the resolution. So seeing these two screens, you're thinking, okay, the laptop and then the desktop. That thing's not even on. I think it broke it. But this laptop is so powerful that it's faster. I was playing back when Diablo 4 was kind of hot, which is not anymore. I was playing it on there, and it was absolute trash. This doesn't even give a shit. So look at the specs on this thing. I've used this now for probably 6 months, and it is the nastiest thing. So it's got the i9-13900 HX. That's more like the mobile stuff, but this processor is just ridiculous. 32 gigs of memory. I've got 12 currently being used while we've got all this open. It doesn't even give a shit. On here, I have my main hard drive, the C drive, that's at one terabyte, and then my backup one, which is all in the side of this laptop, is 2 terabytes. To kind of save the best for last. The 4090 is ridiculous. It's 30-some%, but it's cold. This is massive scans. It's actually multiple scans. We've got all of that. Also while Fusion's open. Also while I have a million windows open and this laptop is just yawning. This GPU is running 2 monitors and it doesn't even care. So there you go. Firing up Steam. Oh shit. There's a Diablo.
That's sick.
One of my favorite things is switching it to different modes.
Oh wow, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. When you're in the basement gaming, fire it back up to performance mode, but quiet mode actually throttles the power. It's still fast as shit, but the fans just aren't going nuts.
What do you play other than Aesthetic Courses?
Other than that, my brothers made me download Helldivers. It's a laptop chomping through a brand new game. And look at that. Smooth, butter smooth. I have the other window open. And you can see right there, everything's all like basically maxed out. I mean, turn all these on. So same thing, everything on a brand new game, ultra, and the frame rate of the video is 24 frames per second. That's way slower. This is silky smooth.
Yeah, it is.
And the monitor itself is, I think, either 140 or 200 hertz. It's insane. It's just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. That's truly speaking for itself. You don't need me to tell you what to think about it, because Origin laptops and PCs in general just rock.